That's pretty much the look.
This is the finished product.
Hey guys, it's Caroline here. Today we are doing a bun tutorial. I'm going to be doing a classic low bun. This is my everyday hairstyle for classes. It takes me probably about less than 10 minutes and I have long hair. Let's get started. All I use is a spray bottle, a brush, a comb, hair ties. I use 2. I use all sorts of different pin assortments. I don't really keep them neat or like uniform. I just use whatever I have. My hair is dry and I do my buns with either damp hair or dry hair. Usually damp hair is a little bit easier, also depending on your hairstyle and hair texture. I'm just gonna brush. Then I take my spray bottle and I just spray the top. Then I just comb the top, making sure my part is clean. Then I just pull my hair back. And I like to do it a little bit up so it's not like super far down and like on my neck. It's like a little bit higher up. And I also like to comb back a little bit. And usually I am in a rush when I'm doing my hair, so I'm just going as fast as I can. And then I'm just going to tie it with my hair ties. These ones are pretty tight, which is good. Okay. Just give it another spray. Some ballet hairstyles on longer hair can definitely be harder. Usually a classic bun is pretty easy to adapt to your hair. And my hair is a little bit curly, but it's like wavy. Now onto the bun. I'm just going to split my hair into 2 pieces. And this first piece on the right, I like to make a little bit bigger than the second piece because this is gonna be the first part of our twist. So then we're gonna twist this end here. You can twist whatever way. I'm going like away from my head. And then we're going to wrap it around. And I kind of twist it on my hand here just to secure it. And then I'm gonna pin it down. Like 3-4 pins. Okay, I kind of let go of this piece, which if your hair is really thin, that might not work. Now I twist the second piece going in the same direction. And I do the exact same thing with that piece. I just wrap it around. And try to keep it flat. Next thing I'm gonna do, now that that's secured, is take these 2 pieces and I literally just combine them and twist them. Secure the whole thing. It definitely depends on the day how my bun looks. Some days it looks, I feel like, much cleaner than other days. Now I'm just taking the remainder and wrapping it around again. I usually like tuck this part just under the whole bun. Now I can let go. Definitely securing the bottom and any sections. The more you like twist it, the tighter it's gonna be. Sometimes I just pull the edges out a little bit so it doesn't all like squish in together. And you can add as many pins as you want after this to just perfect it. Usually I do my bun in the car, so I usually can't really see anything. That is pretty much it. I don't use a hairnet, but you could put on a hairnet at this point if you want to. I usually don't put any hairspray, but sometimes I'll give it a little spray if I feel like it needs it. That's pretty much the look. It's just your classic cinnamon bun. This is, I feel like, what most dancers wear nowadays. It's easy, quick, and it stays in.
Hey, this is Rachel and I'm going to be doing a pigtail braided bun. I'm not exactly sure if that's what you call it. It's basically 2 pigtails, you braid them and you kind of like intertwine them. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get started. I have like 4 ponytail holders on my wrist right here and I'm just going to start taking out my braid. I keep my hair in a braid because it's really curly and that keeps it like detangled and stuff. This hairstyle works also on curly hair. I'm just going to wet my hair and brush it. And I'm going to be using my little mini unbrush. It's been like the perfect thing to keep in my dance bag. And I just love it so much because the unbrush really gets through my hair so easily. It makes my life so much better. So this side's brushed out and then we're going to do the next side. Ooh, I'm also sipping on some tea while I do my hair. Okay, so my hair is all wet now. And I'm just going to take my comb. You're going to want a middle part for this hairstyle. I'm just going to go down the back of my head and create a part. And just split my hair in half. This side, I'm going to put it into a ponytail. I don't want it to get mixed up with the other hair. It doesn't have to be like a good one or anything. So I'm going to take the other side and we're going to get started on this side. So I'm going to start brushing it back a little bit because we're making our pigtails. I'm going to pull it back like right behind my ear. Comb out the front. So we're going to put our ponytail. So we got one ponytail over here, or one pigtail. Next I'm going to take the other side, do the same thing, brushing it back, comb it out. This is the hard part, is getting the pigtails even. Sometimes it takes me a couple tries, but you just gotta keep trying. Honestly, like if they're not perfectly even, it doesn't even matter because you're gonna be like intertwining them. Okay, pigtails are in. They feel pretty even. I'm just gonna tighten them a little bit. I want them to be pretty tight. So now we are gonna braid these two pigtails. I have 2 more ponytails on my wrist. You could also use like a band to secure these. Whenever I'm braiding on myself, I always pull the hair behind. Now we're just gonna secure the bottom with a ponytail. And ideally you wanna be using ponytails that are like the same color as your hair. So I'm gonna start braiding my right side. And like even the braids don't have to be perfect. What I like about this hairstyle, you can kind of like throw it together and it'll still look cool. So my braid is done and I'm just gonna secure it with my ponytail. Comment down below if you say ponytail holder or elastics. I feel like there's other names too. So now I have 2 pigtails and 2 braids. I look like a school kid. Now is the fun part where we kind of intertwine them together. Actually, first I'm gonna gel my hair just to keep it in place because I'm gonna be wearing this for class and rehearsal, so I need this to stay in. Most of my flyaways are like right here in the front, and you could also use hairspray. I just feel like gel works better for my hair. Now take your bobby pins. I keep mine in this little block bag. You kind of need a lot of pins for this style. So I have like a long pin here, a thick pin here, and then I have like a small one. So we're gonna take the right side and we're gonna put it over the left, and then we're gonna take the left underneath and we're gonna twist them both and wrap them in. I hope that makes sense how I just did that, but this is basically what we created. I'm gonna do that one more time. So we take the right one over top, we take the left underneath, and then we twist in both of the sides. And I like to tuck in the ponytail as much as I can. And then we have this cute shape. Now we're just gonna start pinning it to secure. I'm rehearsing Flames of Paris today for our gala. This needs to be extra strong for those 32-foot days. So I'm just pinning everywhere. Okay, so now it is at least secure that I can take my hands off, but we're just gonna keep on pinning forever. It feels like pretty secure right now. I think if I did some turns it would fall out. And I also try and keep like the sides, I don't want them sticking out too much. I really try and pin these down. From the sides it kind of looks like 2 space buns. You just really want to make sure that you're covering like every area. I don't really know what this looks like from the back, so I'm just hoping that it's even. Doesn't have to be perfect. I think I am done pinning. It feels pretty secure. This is the pigtail braided bun. Hopefully you guys will try out this hairstyle. Let me know what you think. It's just a super cute hairstyle. It stands out. A little extra fun with your ballet hair.
Hi guys, I'm Eliana and I will be showing you how to do twists into a bun. This is a pretty simple hairstyle and you can do it as a high bun, middle bun, or low bun, really wherever. First I'm going to start by sectioning the part that's going to go into a ponytail and the part that's going to be twisted. I go from like the center of my head and then just slide the comb down until about my ear. And then I grab that piece of hair and separate it from the rest. So it's like a clean line. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Make sure it's an even amount of hair on each side. Now I'm going to gather this hair and put it into a ponytail.
You can comb this top part back or you can keep your part. It's really up to you. I use 3 hair ties because I like my hair to be really tight. I'm just placing this ponytail where I want my bun to go, so kind of in like the middle-ish area of my head. Now I'm gonna start on the twist. What I like to do is I start by twisting the top part and then picking up the bottom just so that it looks a little bit more twisted. And I also kind of scrape my hair back just so that this line isn't so visible. I make it pretty tight just so that it stays neat. And I'm going to wrap the twist on the top part of my ponytail instead of below it because I find that easier. You can do either way. I'm gonna grab like 2 tight bobby pins and put it into my hair, connecting the twist to the ponytail. Now time for the second side. I do also like to bobby pin the twist just so that it stays neat. Now time for the bun. I am just going to section my hair into 2 parts. For the second side of my bun, I do it a little bit differently than most people. Usually they go in the same direction, but I go the other way because I want my bun to be centered on my head. Here's the finished result.
It's Savannah here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a high bun. I used to do high buns all the time back when I was a student at JKO. Ever since then, I have not done high buns very often. It's definitely been a while since the last time I've put my hair up in a high bun. I will show you guys my favorite way to do a high bun. So first things first, gotta take out your hair from whatever it's in. And I'm just using a spray bottle because I have curly hair. Obviously, we're using a brush, and then I'm also using a comb. I have 2 ponytails, and I have some bobby pins. So the first thing I do is I brush my hair back, get rid of that part wherever you have a part. If it's middle or side, just get rid of it completely. I spray the top part down, and then I brush it again. And then I gather the back up and I spray it. And then I brush that back. Oftentimes I flip over at this point, but if I do, then you won't see me. Then I pull it all back, and at this point I just check to see if I need more water. There's still some wispies in the top part, so I'm gonna spray a little bit more water. And now I'm gonna move in with the comb because all the big knots are out. I pull it back again, and then once I feel like it's flat enough, I go in with the ponytails. And then I like to comb it through one more time. And that is the first part. Now you have a high ponytail. My shirt is now all wet. Now I like to section my hair off into 3 different sections. This is how you make a really flat bun, is you section your hair off into more sections, because then they're smaller each twist. And then I twist it up. I wrap the first part around and then I pin it down with 2 bobby pins. Then I move on to the next strand. Break it off, twist it, and then wrap it around just the top part. This is also how I do my bun when it's low. High or low, it's the same for the bun. And then I do the last bit of hair, twist it around. Sometimes my curls get really funky and they start sticking up from the twist. And then wrap it around and then pin it in. Okay, at this point, most of the bun is secured. Now I'm just gonna take the rest of what's left. I'm just gonna twist it all together and then wrap it around the rest of the bun. And then just pin it all in. And then once that's down, if I'm just doing class or rehearsals, I won't do a hairnet, but for shows, I will do a hairnet because it just makes it look cleaner and it gets rid of all the bumps and wispies sticking out from the bun. And you grab your hairnet and wrap it around 2 or 3 times, for me usually. And then lastly, I just pin down the bun. Any spots that I feel like are sticking out and I don't like. At this point, I'm just trying to flatten the bun out even more. So if there's any parts that are sticking out, I just pin them down. You're all done. And that is how you do a high bun. This is a classic bun, and I feel like it's very helpful to know how to do.
Hey guys, it is Michelle here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a French twist. This is a pretty popular hairstyle for ballet. A lot of people like to do it because it's quick and easy and it looks nice and elegant, so I'm going to show you how I do mine. I don't do French twists super often, but I have had to do them for some performances. I'm going to show you the method that works best for my hair, and hopefully it works well for you too. I'm going to do a side part because I think that works easiest, but I've seen people do with no part as well. So what you're going to do is take your hair like you're doing a ponytail, and then you're going to take it and start twisting it up. And then kind of pulling it away a little bit as well to get the hairs on the sides to come in nicely. And you can do a light combing there if you want. And maybe twist it one more time. And then don't worry about the hair at the bottom here, we'll fix that. So that's really all, and then you start pinning it. And I don't really have a method as to where I start pinning. Now I'm gonna secure the top. Just put some pins in there. It's kind of like a little bun almost at the top. I'm going to take my comb and kind of smooth it out. I'm also going to take a pin and just hold down this part a little bit. If you have a lot of hair, it does take a lot of pins to keep it in place. I would recommend using thicker, sturdier pins, maybe some longer ones too. Okay, so for this bottom part, I'm just going to roll it up a little bit and then pull the hair over here over top of it. And then we'll just pin that in as well. That's pretty much it. I would say for French twists, don't get too upset if it's a little messy as you're doing it and as you're pinning. It can get easily messy up here. It's okay if it's a little loose and a little messy, but if it's like you brush it and there's like a big huge chunk, that's a little bit harder to fix. But if it's just a little bit messy, you just have to be patient and kind of get the pins in the actual French twist secure. And then once you've done that, you can kind of go and fix this top part and pin it down a little more. Don't push it in super far. I would say go a little bit more light on it, like this. My other camera stopped recording, but this is the finished product. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys and hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe because we post videos every week, and we will see you at our next video. Bye!
You know, sync the sound. Okay, guys. What? Yeah, now I'm a dancer. Ow! That's it. Bye, suckers.
Bun. No. Pigtail.
Hello?
Hi, can you bring me a battery? The back camera
Okay.
died.
Oh, sorry. See ya.
Sorry, guys. Okay, we're back in business. Sorry, you guys died.
I twisted.
So that's it. Excuse me. I look like an egg, and this is terrifying. Actually, why did I do this?
So, okay, sorry.
Okay, yeah, hopefully this doesn't look too bad.